It's Manager of the Month to find out how he's turned things around, and that night in Barcelona may well pop up too. Greatest audition for a manager in football history. It's quite remarkable, isn't it? That, I mean, he's got himself in a great spot. The first Manager of the Month this January that Manchester United have had since Sir Alex. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extraordinary. But part of his interview, the bit that jumped out at me there and was key, is everyone's happy. Yeah. And that couldn't be said in this place for years. And to come in and do that, his job wasn't just to come in. Is that him
or is that the results that have come?
It's a combination, but his job wasn't just to get good results. His job was also to lift the cloud of this place. Yeah. Not just in footballing terms, but going in and around the ground. You saw the pictures there, walking in the stadium, smiling, hugging the staff. They're all little details that add up to making the situation the way it is now. You need the results, yes, but you need to have the other side of it. And the way he comes in and just really allows the players to breathe, and you can see that in the way that they're training, the pictures you see, everyone is walking around with a smile on their face, which is results, but it's also him and his staff laying the foundations for that.
I don't think too many people saw this coming. It was an inspired pick, wasn't it, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? It's turned out to be.
Yeah, it's turned out to be. Obviously, you know,
they've had 3 goes at it.
Yeah, they've had 3. That's what I'm saying. You mentioned that stat. That is the first one to win Manager a month since Ferguson, Sir Alex, and that just shows you how bad it's been since then with the manager that they've had in place at the time. But the thing about he's got a very calming voice. You know, really, you can imagine him speaking to the players. You can keep him calm. But now, I mean, I kind of feel that there's more pressure now on Ollie now and the team. I think the expectation has now risen because the form they've had recently in the last 6 or 7 weeks under him.
You can see the odds for manager. Obviously, he's put himself into prime position.
Look, it'd be impossible not to give him the job. I don't understand how you could, unless he gets blown away by PSG, which is not going to happen. I think it's his job. The reason they probably haven't given it to him already is probably because they want to wait until the season finished. I think it's his. The way he's performed.
They don't need to rush it, do they? They've already told him he's got it to the end of the season.
Since he's taken over, they've been the best team virtually in the Premier League. They're the highest scoring team defensively. They've improved. Pogba looks like one of the best players in the world. Martial, Rashford. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the way Manchester United are playing. The fans are happy. Everything's great. And I think now, even to the point that coming into this game against PSG, you can potentially expect Man United to go through over 2 legs, which we couldn't have said before.
I also kind of think, you know, that when you look at the fixtures they've had under it, they've been quite easy fixtures apart from the Arsenal game and the Tottenham game. You know, the next 3 or 4 weeks will be a test.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I still.
But all those so-called easy fixtures, they weren't winning before.
They weren't winning before, but there's not to say that they would have won them at the same time. Anyway, all I'm saying with Ollie's job is that, you know, don't rush into it. You know,
I think it's the manner in which they're winning.
But what I'm saying, the job he's got to do is fill the gap between Liverpool and City. That's a big job. Yeah. It's going to be it's going to be a 4-year plan. It's not going to be a 2-year plan. It's going to be a 4-year plan. So they've got to be absolutely sure that he's the man to take them forward for the next 4 years. And if that's the case, then that's fine by me.
OK. Coming up after the break, we'll hear from the PSG manager, Thomas Tuchel, and we'll look closely at 2 of the most gifted young players in world football, Marcus Rashford and Kylian Mbappe. Thomas Tuchel made his name at Dortmund, but was made PSG coach towards the end of last season. He sat down with Des yesterday to look ahead to tonight's game.
Thomas, Des, good to see you again. You doing us first, yeah?
Hi.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thomas, is this a real test of a manager? You've got injuries, changes, and all of this happening on the biggest stage in football.
I don't know if it's a test for me, it's a test for us as a team. It's not so hard to find a lineup for tomorrow, I have to say. We are very unlucky in this moment to lose big players that have a big impact for us, but yeah, at the same time it's easy for the lineup tomorrow and still have confidence.
You said you were past plan B. What plan what are we at now?
Plan D. Plan D without Eddie Cavani, without Thomas Meunier, definitely at least plan D.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says this could even make you more unpredictable because, of course, he knew the lineup, he knew the attacking formation, so he's concerned that it might be a surprise.
Maybe it's a surprise. If it's something we can play with, we play with it, of course. But like I said, if you lose key quality, you lose key quality because it's a game on this kind of level and a decisive game, knockout round of Champions League. You need players normally like Neymar and Eddie who have played these games, who are capable of dealing with it, who love these stages to bring out their very best. But like I said, it's the trust is on for every player. We will have a very, very good squad on the pitch tomorrow. We miss players for improving, maybe from the bench, for keeping our level, maybe for improving our level. This could be in the end like one of the disadvantages, but for the start I'm not worried.
This must be a totally different game to the one you were expecting when the draw was made.
True. Of course, new manager, new playing style, new confidence, total new results. It's like they win everything under Solskjaer, and so it's not the time to have doubts. It's the time to step up and show quality.
Very best of luck.
Good.
Thanks, Tom.
Good man. Oh, and you're our expert on all things German. Thomas Tuchel did a brilliant job at Dortmund. He's doing a good job at PSG, but it's a strange job, isn't it? Because it kind of goes without saying that they'll win the league. It's all about this competition, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think he's doing better than just a good job. I think he's doing a great job. And I actually feel for them a little bit because they lack two things, really. A tactician. Yeah. They've got him. They needed a goalkeeper. They went and got Buffon. And now they're missing two most important players in one of the most important games of the season. So, but this guy has a plan. He's a tactician. He surprises people, and he's brave, and he's confident. He's very confident. He's won this dressing room, which a lot of people haven't. They've had a lot of issues there, but this guy is very, very good, and I'm sure he'll spring a surprise today at Old Trafford.
Is their weakness possibly a little bit of a strength in depth?
Yeah, you can see that today. I think the two big players are out, Cavani and Neymar in goals. Any team will miss them, but I don't.
No depth here. You're right on the bench. 3 kids from the academy.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. The academy kids on the bench. In these type of games, you need players that can come on and make an impact and change a game, and that's going to be something I think they'll struggle with. But listen, they have experience in this team,
and they have him.
This is the guy.
He's not bad.
Oh, this is what you come to watch. We're sitting here saying, "Oh my God, I can't wait to see this boy."
Yeah, exactly.
And what I love about him, listen, I think he's the nearest thing I've seen to Ronaldo, the Brazilian one, because if you watch these clips here, I've seen these before. Every single clip. His first touch is what sets him apart. We all know about his pace, his skills, etc., his goals. But his first touch, look at this, takes a defender out of the game. This is what sets up all of these opportunities, his first touch. And for a kid so young to have this already, it's for defenders coming. Look at the touch, man. Look at the touch.
I've always felt he had certain similarities to the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's that power and the pace and the ability to beat players and score.
His balance, his control. I'm very interested tonight just to see how he plays without Cavani, without Neymar.
Ollie, a big night, a big moment. Do you want to feed on the positive vibes that have been built up in the last few weeks tonight?
Yeah, of course. I don't think we could have been in a better frame of mind going into the game or even in better form. So we're looking forward to it. Let's hope we can have a good start. That's going to be important, of course.
Does it give the team a psychological boost to see those big names out? Neymar, Cavani, Meunier?
Well, we're prepared without them now, but of course you don't wish that on anyone. I think the crowd would have loved to have seen those players, but as players, I think they'd rather play against the best ones, to be fair. So I think the players would have enjoyed the best team being out there.
You've gone for Bailly and Lindelof in that sense of half pairing. Are they building a relationship?
Yeah, they've done well together in a few games. So, and of course against Mbappe, they will have to be at the top of the game.
And no surprise to see Martial keep his place. And with Meunier missing as well, maybe a little bit more of an opportunity for him.
Well, we know Antony's qualities going forward. We hope that he's going to create chances for us. He's going to come in off the left-hand side and hopefully just show us what he can do.
And the message: be ruthless as ever.
Be clinical, of course, but it's important that we get to Paris with a chance to go through.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, there he is, Ollie.
Bet on Ollie, and so as of all the other players.
Right, they certainly have. Let's head pitch side now and catch up with Des and tonight's co-commentator Steve McManaman. And I believe you've nicked the match ball, Des?
Yeah, they can't start without us. There it is. It's a lovely thing. This is the knockout stage board. Does that say Madrid to you, Steve? Because, of course, you know.
It says Atletico Madrid, doesn't it? If it does.
Well, the thing about this place, talking about colour, it's as if somebody's flicked a switch. It's gone from black and white to colour in terms of atmosphere, in terms of attitude.
Yeah.
There's no apprehension here. It's just enthusiasm.
Yeah, and rightly so. I mean, the boys have mentioned in the studio on numerous occasions what Ollie's brought to this club. The fact that they've won so many games and they're undefeated in the time he's been here, I think is fantastic. And you can feel a sense of happiness around. You can also feel a huge sense of confidence within the players and, more importantly, with all the fans around us.
And of course the confidence is bred by the fact also, not only by United's form, so many big names missing. And Neymar, Cavani, when they're not there, the psychological blows to them is big.
Listen, Des, I don't think you can talk about it. It's absolutely huge, of course. As you rightly said, no Neymar, no Cavani, a half-fit Verratti, Dani Alves playing out of position, Meunier not playing. I mean, if you're ever going to meet a Paris Saint-Germain team at your home stadium in front of 75,000 fans, it's today with them, with a severely weakened team. We saw what Liverpool did to them with a full strength side out. Man United could easily do that tonight if they're on form.
Absolutely, if they're ruthless and take their chances. And one man who's doing that is Anthony Martial. Now, you've played in that roving role on the left-hand side. Thomas Meunier is missing, the Belgian fullback. This is a big opportunity for him as well.
Yes, it is. As you rightly said, he's again the same type of player. Very young, lacked confidence with the previous manager, like a number of players did, because he told them so. But since Ollie's come around, arm round him, it's not rocket science, as everybody knows. But the fact that he's playing well, he's scoring, he's in great form. He just wants the ball all the time. He knows tonight that he can have the right back give him a torrid time, and that's what he has to do.
The great NFL legend Vince Lombardi said, confidence is contagious, lack of confidence is contagious as well. There's no dread here, the place is buzzing tonight.